What's up? It's been years, well, months, and funny story. I did record the video. I think 2 months. I don't think it's been 2 months ago. There's no. Hold on, let me do a live check here. Let me do a live check. How? Okay. Okay, yeah, it's been a month. All right, it's been a month. It's been a month since I recorded that video, and it has not been animated yet, or not animated, edited. And I can't. Well, it's a returning episode, but it's like somewhat of a new season. I think that's how I describe it. So yeah, yes, you will see that video soon enough, probably after this video gets up. By the way, Merry Christmas. Now here's the thing, that first video before this one, it was supposed to release today on Christmas, but this really got out first. So consider this, well, you guys are getting two Christmas gifts from me, this one and the other video. By the time I finish this video, and by the time it gets uploaded, as you're watching right now, the second video will come out later today. I can't figure out the time. I will definitely put the time on Twitter. By the way, my socials in the description below. Make sure you follow them because it's very important. And I'm in crunch time because I haven't even edited after 1 month. So that's still there. It's still not edited. It's still not edited. So right now you're seeing this video first in early Christmas morning, and then later today, somewhere in the evening, you will see the second video uploaded, and that will be that video that I recorded a month ago. So yeah, anyway, this video is already taking so a little bit longer. This like information is already taking long because, again, you read the title of this video. I'm gonna talk about, and this is actually the second time I talk about a series that I got pulled in. This is my journey. Actually, it started in April this year. I started watching Umamusume Cinderella Gray, and I actually liked it better than Pretty Derby. I mean, yes, of course, it's different. It's greedier. It has more action. Some slice of life in there, and all that. It's really so good. And as this video has uploaded right now, the first season, yes, the first season, because they had to cut it in 2 parts, is over. And I did see that last episode of that season back on Sunday, and oh my god, and mind you, this is the same studio that made Umamusume Beginning of a New Era, the movie, and Umamusume Beginning to the Top Road, or Top Road something. That's the same studio that made that. And when I first heard like people talking about it, of Cinderella Gray, so oh yeah, these guys made the movies. Like, oh my god, they're I'm glad they're doing in-house, because if you've seen the movie, Jesus Christ, they went hard. They shouldn't have went hard on that, but fuck, they did it. Anyway, My first year in the first part. Oh, season 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But to those who don't know, Cinderella Gray basically is a manga adaptation of, Cinderella Gray. And yes, there's a lot of firsts for me personally. This is my first sports anime to watch. Yes, I am 26 years old, and me watching my first sports anime is actually shocking, right? Because I'll be honest, I never watched that much anime. Like, I don't spend like hours and hours and hours sinking to one show. That is until Pretty Derby came out, the video game, here in Global back in June, like basically half a year ago. Up to this point. By the way, if you want to hear my reaction of the Pretty Derby series, I will link that video in the description below. So yeah, ever since June, I was in a journey, and after watching all 3 seasons of Pretty Derby, I started reading the Starry Gate manga, and I'm still currently reading to this day. And because translations are kind of getting in once in a while, so I'm kind of behind. And I'm definitely sure there's other websites that already have most of the chapters translated. So I'm gonna be way behind. So there's that. Now, back to Cinderella Gray. Both the manga just finished. They just finished this I think this coming week, or was it last week? I'm not sure. The manga was only ended, and Umamusume Cinderella Gray is the first manga that I ever completed. I'm dead serious. It's taken me this long. I never owned manga myself. I think the only manga I could remember owning was at a book fair back when I was in middle school. And I think one of them was Vampire Knight. One of them, I think that was one of them. And again, at that time, it was my first time owning a manga, and of course, obviously, I was confused where the fuck I'm gonna how to read. I got introduced to anime like maybe way younger, but not manga, so a bit of a late start, but who cares? Yes, Cinderella Gray was my first manga to finish. Well, potentially finish because just one more chapter left for me to read, so I got one more left. And when I read throughout the mangas, by the way, spoilers, I'll definitely put a timestamp somewhere in the description. Everything is in the description. Everything. Just make sure you take a look at it. Click on that timestamp. It will skip through everything. Did you skip it? Did you? Okay. For the people who are currently reading the manga, let's talk about it a little bit. So, after going through the manga and understanding Oguricap's story, I kind of understand how the actual horse went through, right? Oguri was restricted from running within the classic series. So at the first part of the anime, she was the underdog from Kazamatsu. I think that's the name of the town she was racing in, and literally everybody who watched her race, they're saying, "Oh, she's out of place." And her running style is just so bizarre. And there was a rumor that ashen horses or gray colored horses have bad knees, which both in the anime adaptation and the real life horse or recap did have bad knees. But that didn't really stop him or her. For lore reasons, I'll put his pronouns as a he. Oh no, pronouns. Who fucking cares? Anyway, Oricap has bad knees, but that didn't stop him. So ever since Oguri moved to nationals, like the big leagues, she excuse me, whatever. It's both. I mentioned it both in two different mediums. She was dominating. She was dominating everywhere. And like I said earlier, she was restricted from competing in the classic series because if you've seen her race stats, she's literally compatible for those classic races, you know, the Triple Crown. So the people of the nationals, they were kind of outraged because this horse has potential. It has, you know, that oomph, you know, that factor that, you know, is gonna make competition more interesting. But the motion didn't really come through until probably after Oguri's finished his racing career. So in real life, so in the anime, they kind of portrayed his journey nearly to 1-to-1 ratio. Now the second part, that's where the Japan Cup comes through. And I was definitely kind of shocked that, oh, is this, you know, the season, you know, the regular 13 episodes? Just like Pretty Derby, but no, it's not. It's doubled. The first season ended in 23 episodes. So that is hours, a good chunk amount of content. And I would just flow through all of them. I cried twice. Season 2 of Pretty Derby, maybe cried once or maybe twice. I don't remember. It's been a while since I finished it. But Cinderella Gray, I cried twice. And I'll admit to that. I'll admit to it. Because it's so good. It's so damn good. And the designs from the Cinderella Gray manga adapted really well into animation. And after like literally finishing watching the anime, I saw like I looked at Oguri Cat's 3D model from Umamusume Pretty Derby. Oh my god, they look so different, and it looks so odd to look at. Hopefully, someday in the future, Oguri Cat will have an updated character model or a new character, a new version of Oguri for, you know, Oguri Cat Cinderella Gray, and that kind of reflects her design in the manga anime into the video game. Hopefully someone has, you know, the cojones to make that a reality. I really want to see how well it translates from 2D to 3D. Actually, every character that's shown within the manga, Super Krieg, Tamamo Cross, Rudolph, Cibi, Marunzensky. Oh my goodness, this should have their own other version. it just looks so weird. Looking at him now, it's like, oh god, wow. Now, when is season 2 of the anime coming out? I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know, so I gotta be patient. It might take a year, might take 2 years. They've finished the second part. They started after the first part finished of the anime. I think they immediately got to work to the second part, and the second part started rolling or started airing in Japan on October. So from April to October, that was April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's like 6 months, half a year of development to get the second part out there. To me, personally, that was quick. And like I said, I'm not sure how many episodes they can cover, or how many chapters they can cover, or convert into animation. I don't know. I literally don't know. And the last episode of the second part of the anime, they finally debuted Inari 1. She will be one of many of a new era that will be shown in season 2. There's a lot, and as well the next Japan Cup race, and I'm sure that's gonna be another second part. But like I said, I don't know if they want to do that or just go full season. But you know what? Whatever they do, I'm still gonna watch it anyway. I'm still gonna watch it anyway. Now, here's a recap. By the way, if you just click on a timestamp right about now, you're lucky, because I did sell a lot of shit. To recap, Cinderella Gray is my first. Actually, no. Umamusume Pretty Derby was my first sports anime to watch. Cinderella Gray, the manga, is my first manga to completely, or by the time this video uploads today on Christmas, is my first anime to not anime. Excuse me, the first manga that I can finish reading. And I mentioned this in the Pretty Derby series video. There was no other anime that came close to me to be invested. Never. And as well, doing a deep dive within the horse racing community. And speaking of that, one of the farms in Japan where they host retired racehorses, they already reached their goal of 100,000 yen. I think that's the estimated amount they needed to fix up the farm, the stables, and as well as a treadmill, so they can be active within the most harsher weather. That, to me, it's like a great story. And ever since then, a lot happened. Haru Ura died a couple months ago. I was devastated. I was literally crying so much because if you may or may not know, Haru Ura is like a loser. Hear me out, a loser, but she always does her best. And there is a documentary of her on why is she losing so much. And it was in I haven't seen that documentary myself, but I did see like clips that yeah, Haru always tries her best to win at least one. Obviously she didn't, but that courage inspired so many people. So many people. So many people. And before Haru, Grass Winter also died. And at that moment, that was my first time experience a horse who was later, you know, adapted to be an anime character, Grass Wander. When she passed away, wow, I was like shedding tears because, you know, already got familiar with the character and then some. And there's also other racehorses that I'm really genuinely afraid of losing. Recently, like I think a month ago, Gentle Donna, a race mare, passed away as well. She passed away the day she won the day she won the Japan Cup, I think. That's literally on the same day, and literally come full circle. Rest in peace to Grass Wonder, Haruura, and Chintadana. You will be missed, but your legacies will carry on within the Umamusume universe. And I think I'll close it off. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. And as well as watching the second video that's coming out later today. And after that second video upload, that will be my last video of the year. I did post a community a community post on the channel, and admittedly 2025 was a somewhat slow year, but back in, I think during the spring season, there was like 5 videos uploaded during my time in Georgia. My second trip to Georgia, mind you. And that moment, that's like my peak of that year. Then activity went down. Umamusume May Pretty Derby happened. Umamusume Cinderella Gray happened. The anime happened. The second part anime happened. And so many other real life things that kind of got away of content. Mind you, my laptop right now that I currently have for 4 years, going into 5 next year, it's slowly deteriorating, but I'm still here. You're still seeing this video, and it's up now. Along with the other one. Yeah, I'm still here, surprisingly. But yeah, Merry Christmas from me to you with these 2 videos. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas, and I hope you guys have a Happy New Year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now think about it, there's actually a spinoff series of Cinderella Gray. I forgot to mention this. I'll mention this now. Cinderella Gray, the manga, had a spin-off series. And that's where we see Tamamo Cross's childhood with her trainer. I have not read it myself yet, as of this recording. So by the time this uploads, I'm already reading it. I'll let you know on Twitter and stuff. Yeah. There's also another manga that I forgot to mention. That's a lot of mangas that I forgot to mention under the Umamusume universe. I'll get this out of the way. Umamusume Star Blossom. I might have to reread the manga because it's been a bit. It's been a while. So yeah. Wait. Yeah, my apologies. There's also one more spinoff. There is a spinoff manga where Gold Ship was a child, a kindergartner, and within the story, spoilers by the way, if you don't want to listen, it's just a gag manga, and to me, it's actually really funny. And I think one of those past few chapters they released, they did have a crossover with Cinderella Gray's Okuri Cat. And in Cinderella Gray's anime manga, in later chapters, you can also see Gold Ship's teacher and Gold Ship as kindergarten within the manga. So they decided to cross over within each other. And I'm genuinely curious if they're gonna animate that one later on in many years to come. I'm genuinely curious. Alright, this video is taking so long. I gotta go. Merry Christmas and wait until the second video upload later today. Okay, goodbye.